The quickest way to destroy your mental health, to destroy your life essentially, is to attach yourself to thoughts that pass you by. So a lot of people struggle with their mental health because they attach themselves to what is going on in their head, what the mind is telling them is going on. You know, they emotionally attach themselves to thoughts which are not theirs, by the way. And when you do that, when you emotionally attach yourself to thoughts, you're willing them into existence. But before I want to get into that, I want to tell you a little story about myself. When I was around 13 years old, man, I had very bad mental health. A lot of people don't know this, but I even tried to, check out. A lot of people actually don't know this. But I remember at that time, a lot of things were going on. But I remember especially that I would always emotionally attach myself to negative thoughts. And the mind is a very funny machine, but it's also a very technical machine, because you have to understand that you don't own your thoughts. They pass you by. The mind is like a big receptor. It receives information. And we share, as a collective, thoughts and ideas. There's the story of Michael Jackson. He went to sleep one night and he woke up with a magical idea. He came up with this song that he knew was just gonna bang, top the charts. And he called his manager. He woke up and he called his manager and he said, we need to go to the studio right now, because if we don't, Prince would have taken the song by the morning. He would have recorded it. See, Michael Jackson knew that we don't own our ideas. They come to us. They visit us. And it's up to us to either entertain them and, actionalize upon them, or to reject them. And we should always reject the negative ones, the ones that charge us negatively. And we should always entertain the ones that bring us to enlightenment, to feeling joy, to feeling, vibrationally good. And ignore and reject the thoughts that make us feel bad. And this is why meditation is so important. See, meditation allows you to be curious. It lets you be curious and observe your thoughts. See, you should be curious with your thoughts. You shouldn't be so emotional about what is that you're feeling, what is that you're thinking, And you should take a step back. Whenever you get a negative thought or an experience that plays out in your head, you should take a step back and say to yourself, is my mind trying to play a little trick on me? How am I supposed to feel by this thought? And the more you do that, the more you get curious with yourself. You start to actually think that nothing really can get to you, because you start to realize that it's up to you to either emotionally attach yourself to it or just to let it pass. At the end of the day, no one is listening to what is going on in your head, only you. So you shouldn't care so much, because nobody else really knows what's going on except from you. So you shouldn't be so emotional about it. And this is what meditation does. This is why I highly recommend it, because it allows you to be curious. It allows you to, a lot of people think that meditation is just about turning your mind blank. But really and truly, it's to let you observe and choose and control your thoughts. And understand that emotionally charged thoughts will always manifest. What you frequently choose to think, what you frequently choose to direct your energy and focus to, will manifest into your reality. So you hold the power, you hold the will to use your thoughts or let them use you. Peace out.